Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Friday today currently when I'm filming this, and we're gonna do something kind of casual. I'm gonna walk you guys through my everyday makeup drawers. So I have a little bin that sits on my desk that has a bunch of little drawers in it that holds like my everyday makeup. I usually do like shop my stashes where I'll fill this up with some things that I'm wanting to try out, but this is kind of what has like migrated over here over the last couple months. So new products that I'm trying out currently, old favorites that I keep reaching for. I wanna show you guys everything that I am using right now. So we're gonna do all that today. I also have some eyeshadow palettes I'm going to walk you guys through. Again, some that I've been loving lately and others that I just want to migrate into my stash that I haven't used for a while. Should be a fun one, especially if you like these kind of behind the scenes makeup videos. We're going to get into it, but before we do, I want to welcome any of my new visitors here. Happy to have you here. I hope that you'll consider subscribing and make sure notifications are turned on. And with that, let's take a look at my everyday makeup. So this is my everyday makeup bin and drawers that house all the things I'm currently testing out and trying out and loving. We're going to go through it all really quickly. I've got everything inside of here except for eyeshadow palettes, which are in a different location. I'll show you guys those at the end, but let's start here at the top. So this top section here, I've got my lip products and then my foundations. I have a setting spray here as well, a couple of primers. I'm just quickly going to walk you through these. I've got my Pretty Fresh setting spray from ColourPop here. I'm currently trying out the Purito BB cream. Really loving this stuff. I'm really happy with it. I actually love having the two different shades. It makes a really good mix in with other foundations as well. Got my Dior Backstage foundation right here. My Essence Pretty Fresh or Pretty Natural foundation. I also have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation right here. My Sauce foundation, which is a favorite of mine. I have my Flower Beauty priming whip. I really love this primer. Got the Milani Conceal and Perfect, another good one. My e.l.f. Halo Glow that I am currently testing out. Really happy with this stuff. Very close dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury if you haven't tried it yet. Then I also have this one. This is the hardcover. Let me get a little bit closer. This is the hardcover glow foundation from Holika. I got this from Yes Style. I'm actually really loving this foundation, especially mixed with that Purito BB cream. It is a little light on me, so I have to mix it with something darker, but I really love the finish of this, especially when I apply it with my hands. I wasn't sure about it when I tried it out, but I am really happy with that one. Let's go through a couple lip products really quickly. I've got the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This thing is pretty old. This one's in the shade Loyalist, just a good basic kind of nude pink or peach color. I have the CoverGirl lipstick in the shade Caramel Kiss. That's an old favorite of mine. I have my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Opal, one of my favorites. This one right here is a current favorite, like a new one that I'm trying out. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the shade Pisces. Really pretty shade. Got my Rimmel Stay Plumped Gloss. I think it's in Spiced Petal. I'm not 100% sure on the shade of that one because it's not on the tube. This is the Tower 28 Gloss in Oat, another favorite of mine. I have a lipstick here from NARS that I just don't use enough. This is in the shade Anita. This packaging is really amazing. Look at this, you guys. I love fancy packaging like that. I got my Maybelline lipstick in Baddest Beige. I think this thing's been discontinued, but I use this all the time. In the front, I have a Wet n Wild Cloud Pout. This one is in the shade Marsh to My Mellow, kind of like a mid-tone rose. Got my Sydney Grace lip cream in the shade Bailey, my Laneige lip glowy balm, which I absolutely love and use almost every single day. And then this one right here, I talked about in the K-Beauty video. This is the Glasting Water Gloss, really interesting lip gloss. I actually pulled this back down here after having it in my purse for a couple of weeks. So now let's move down to the drawers down here. I've got my concealers and my mascaras. So these are my first two drawers. Over here, I have all of my concealers. Just go through them really quickly. I got this old one from Hope Girl. This is one that came from a K-Beauty video. I don't think they make this anymore. I haven't been able to find it, but I love this stuff. Currently back into loving my Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I really like this concealer. Kind of gets neglected by me because I do try out a lot of concealers, but I really do like this one. I have it in the shade 22N, which is a perfect shade for me that works pretty much everywhere. Got my Sauce concealer, another favorite. This one I tried out in that K-Beauty video. This is from iMoney. I'm enjoying this concealer so much. I want to pick up another shade. This one, it's not a bad shade for me, but I would love to have a shade just a little bit lighter than this one, which I think is in the shade. Actually, I'm not even sure. You'll have to go back and check that video because it's all written in Korean, I think. Got my NYX Bare With Me concealer and then also my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I have two shades of that. Let's go through some mascaras. There are a lot in here. I have a lot of new mascaras open right now. First off, my Maybelline Sky High. This is always in there. It's one of my favorite mascaras, especially for my lower lashes. This is the best lower lash mascara. The more mascaras I've tried out over the years, the more I realize not all mascaras work well on my lower lashes. This is the Milani Lash Extensions. Very impressed with this stuff. Really good alternative for the Thrive, as I'm sure you guys know. Trying to get a few more uses out of my Butter London Power Up mascara. I really love what this does for my lashes. Very hard to find nowadays. I think it's pretty much been discontinued, but I want to use it a few more times before I toss it. Got my Tower 28 mascara, another favorite of mine. One of the few high-end mascaras that I think I will probably repurchase again. This one from Flower Beauty, the Lash Warrior. This is one that I tried out in a recent Full Face of Flower Beauty video. I like it. It's not my favorite mascara. It's not bad, but I just think it's kind of so-so. I have this mini of the Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water mascara. I really like this stuff. I might consider buying a full tube of this. I think I have a voucher to get a full tube of one of these mascaras. I think it will probably be this one. And then these two from my recent K-Beauty video. They are both very water resistant. This one here is from Peri Para, the Ink Black Cara Long Lash. And then this one, which was like $4, is from the same. This is the Perfect Curling Mascara. I really like both of these. Very tough to remove. You'll need a makeup remover, but I'm very happy with them. Moving down to this drawer, I have all of my brow products and some single shadows in here. I think I have an eyeshadow primer in here as well. Let's walk through these real quick. A couple of brow gels. I have my Locka brow gel that I got in my Yes Style order. Love this stuff. This is my new favorite brow gel. I absolutely love it. I also have my ColourPop clear brow gel. Just a basic one. Really like this stuff though. Got this eyeshadow primer from Hard Candy. I think it's pretty good. It's kind of hard to find. If you can find it in store, will probably be your best bet. I don't know that I liked it as much as I liked the Wet n Wild though. See, I've got my Benefit brow pencil, my Flower Beauty brow pencil that I'm still testing out. Really like this one. It's just a little bit thicker than I typically like. I've got my Bare Edge Slim Brow Pencil. This one I'm very impressed with. Then also this one from the brand Unleasha. I got these two on Yes Style. I love them both. Yes Style is one of the best places to go for brow pencils. I've had so much success with so many that I have tried. I'm still reaching for the NYX Dip Shape and Go brow product quite a bit. Love this stuff. I've got my e.l.f. Shape and Stay. That's pretty much always in there. This Milani brow pen I am really enjoying as well. The Milani Clear Brow Gel. This stuff's okay. I mean, it's just a basic clear brow gel. It works well, holds pretty well. Just not very exciting. I don't know. It's okay. I'm still testing out this waterproof eyeliner pencil from Clio that I got on Yes Style. Pretty happy with that one. I have my Anastasia Brow Freeze right here. You guys know I love that. I have 3 of the Kaja trios in here. I really love these. These 3 are so good. Velvet Dream, Spiked Ginger, and Orange Blossom. Let me just show you guys these really quick. They are so pretty. So here's Orange Blossom. You've got this nice shimmery, like orangey peachy gold. It's so pretty. It has these pretty gold reflex in it. I love the Kaja shimmers. They're so good. This one has even more orange, almost like a coppery orange color. Look at that reflective quality. And then this beautiful sparkly bronze at the bottom. These are fantastic. Velvet Dream right here. This is an all matte one, but I like it for the basics. Just a nice basic ivory, good kind of warm tone peach, and then a warm brown at the bottom. Really good. Then Spiked Ginger right here. Got a matte at the top. This is like a good, very light matte. This pretty kind of pinky sparkly bronze in the middle, and then an even deeper matte, kind of warmer, almost like an orangey brown. Really pretty trio here as well. I've got a single shadow right here from Nabla. This is Water Dream. Love this. Such a pretty like topper color. This one is another one I wanted to pull in after my recent declutter. This is from Essence, the Melted Chrome eyeshadow. This one's in the shade Ironic. Don't you think? Oh, that was good. Beautiful, beautiful shadow. Ooh, I need to pull this one out a lot more. After swatching it in that video, I just thought to myself, why do I not use this more? It deserves to be used more. And then I have just these 4 cream shadows from Sydney Grace. The best cream shadows. I have a video coming up shortly that I'll show you guys these. Okay, so here I have all of my blush products. There's way too much stuff in here, but that's okay. This is one of my favorite makeup categories. I love mixing up my blushes. I've got 3 shades of my Juicy Pink water blushers here. This one is new, the shade Fig. I think this one is called Raspberry, if I remember right. PKO2 is the number. And then this one right here is VLO2, which I think is Blueberry, if I remember right. Very pretty, unique shades. I actually like to mix these together sometimes, just to kind of try different things. Got my Milk Lip and Cheek. This one's in the shade Dash, just a nice light toned pink that I thought would be fun for like Valentine's Day. A couple of MAC blushes here. I've got MAC Margin right here. I used this in my oldest makeup products video and it reminded me of why I love this thing. I don't think you can buy it anymore, but it's a really good shade. I also want to give Warm Soul one more chance. I kind of feel like I should like this more than I do. It just doesn't show up very well on me, but I'm gonna try it for a little bit longer because it's pretty new to me. This cute thing is from my recent K-Beauty video. This one is in the shade Peach. I think it's from the brand The Face Shop. This is their pastel cushion blusher. I got it on Yes Style. Really fun one, super cute packaging. I have my Undone Water Blush in the shade Peach, which is a really good long wearing blush. I really enjoy these. They're a very interesting formula. I have my Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Blurred Buff. This is a classic. Haven't used it for a while though. This thing's been a little bit neglected by me and I do really enjoy it, so I want to try and get some more use out of this. Then I have all of my liquid blushes. Now I think most of these are originally intended to be lip products, but I like them on my cheeks with the exception of this one right here, which is from the brand I'm Meme, I think. This is the Bare Cheeks in the shade Almond. I think it's like Bare Almond. Really, really pretty. I tried this out in my recent K-Beauty video. This one is from Uoma Beauty, which I picked up at Walmart. This is in the shade Yas. Love this stuff. I talked about this in my favorites video a few days ago. These two are both from the brand Romand. I think you can find these on Amazon. They're cheaper on YesStyle, but you can find them on Amazon. I absolutely recommend these, both for your lips and your cheeks, actually. I have been using this one on my lips more recently, and I actually like it on my lips, especially the shade Pomelo Skin. This one is the shade Nucademia. I love them both. They're really, really nice. And this is the Juicy Pang Tint. This one, I don't know the shade on this one. CR05, whatever that is. It's kind of more of a coral shade. This one's a different formula than these two right here. They're different brands. This one's a little bit stickier, a little bit more kind of tacky, kind of moves around a little bit more than the other two. Those really blend into your skin. You can't really feel them. So let me just swatch them all really quickly. I'm trying not to do this too much because this video will be too long, but I just want to show you guys these. They're so good. They smell like apples, which I talk about all the time when I'm talking about these. Probably not a big deal to most people, but I love a good smelling makeup product that's not like obnoxiously fragrance. These smell like real apples. So here are some quick swatches. This is the Juicy Pang one, CR05, I think it was, just a nice kind of corally apple. This is the Pomelo Skin color, and this is Nucademia. Give them a little swatch. There we go. And then last I have my Natasha Denona Cheek Trio Cream Blush, Cream Highlight, and a Powder Highlight. I like this. I need to use it more. It was a little pricey, not something I usually splurge on. I usually save my Natasha Denona splurges for her eyeshadow palettes, but I don't know. I kind of regret this purchase, but now that I have it, I'm gonna keep using it. Next up, I've got all of my bronzers and highlighters in here. Let's go through these really quickly. My Revlon Skin Lights highlight, which I love. My NARS Laguna bronzer, classic. Got my Patrick Ta bronzer duo. This one's in She's Sculpted. Really love this one as well, especially the cream. This one is from Kiko Milani. I really like this bronzer. I didn't love it the first time I tried it, but I'm enjoying it more and I love the packaging. I don't think you can buy this one anymore. Got my Too Cool for School art class bronzer that I got in my YesStyle video. Very nice contour product. If you like something kind of cooler tone but not too ashy, this is a really nice product. Got my liquid contour from Milani that I've been using a ton lately. Also have my Merit contour stick. This one is in the shade Clay, which is a really good shade if you have more fair skin. Really nice creamy product. I really enjoy this one. Then a couple of highlighters here. I've got my Flower Beauty liquid highlighter, which I'm still enjoying. It's a great liquid highlighter. I just don't know how I feel about liquid highlighters in general. They're not my preferred form of highlighting. I just think a powder's a little bit easier. Got this Peri Para highlighter that is pretty good. Not the best, but I'm still testing it out. So I probably would be praising it a lot more if I didn't pay $13 for it, and it's not that big. I don't know why highlighters are so expensive on YesStyle, but they just seem to be. It's not bad. I think I'm just a little bitter about the price. And this Physicians Formula, I use this as a highlight. It's kind of like a highlight slash bronzer. This thing is so old, but I do still really like it, so that is still in there. Okay, and down here I have just a couple of mini eyeshadow palettes that I didn't have room in my, I'll show you guys where I store my other eyeshadow palettes. These are just a little bit too small, but I'm still kind of testing out both of these. Like this one a lot more than I like the Revlon one. And then here I have some nail polish that I picked out for the month. I'm not gonna walk you guys through the names of all of these because it'll just take too long, but these are basically all of the pinks and corals that Olive and June makes, along with a couple that are from LA Colors. Now let's head over to the eyeshadow palettes. So here's where I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. Let's just walk through them really quickly. I'm still testing out the Desert Lights palette from Flower Beauty. Very impressed with this thing. I've been using it a ton. ColourPop Fill and Bubbly palette, another fantastic palette that I've been loving lately. My Persona palette. It's an old favorite of mine that I wanted to pull back in because it's been a while since I've used that one. I've got my Nubian Coral palette here. You guys, this is the palette that I'm wearing in the intro of this video, and man, you guys, every time I pull this one back out, I'm reminded of why so many people love this palette. It just makes the prettiest looks. I love these pinky coral colors. They are gorgeous. I'm not a fan of the grays and silvers in there as much, but the other shades are so, so good. February is a great time to pull out my Enduring Love palette, one of my absolute favorites in my collection. Sydney Grace, you guys know I love this thing. I'm telling you guys, if you have not picked this up, it's probably the #1 recommendation I would ever give anyone. So good. Got my Natasha Denona Glam palette here. You guys know how much I love this one. Classic, so beautiful, very simple looking, but man, if you like your nudes, don't mind a little bit of sparkle, this thing is gorgeous. Also mine squeaks. I pulled in my Tati Beauty palette. I have not used this for quite a while. It is so good. Let me know if you guys would like to see me pull this into a video. I know a lot of you guys have this one. I've got my Metropolitan palette here from Nabla. This thing is so, so pretty. Perfect for both Valentine's Day or spring, which is kind of around the corner. This is not an eyeshadow palette, but I've got my Cheek Stars face palette here from Benefit. Been really enjoying this lately. I love the cookie highlighter, it's so good. The Nabla Side by Side, one of the best basic nude palettes out there in my opinion, especially if you like kind of warmer, like peachy or pinky nudes. This thing is so great. I mean, you do get some cool tones down here, but I love the Nabla formula. It's one of my favorites. Here's an oldie but goodie, the Mulan palette. This is so good. This is one of my favorite ColourPop palettes that I know is, I don't think it's available anymore, but man, you guys, I love the sparkle in this palette. It is so pretty. This shade up in, sorry, right here in the corner is the coolest formula. For when I'm in the mood for color, this is the On the Horizon palette from Sydney Grace. This is such a good one, you guys. I know it looks kind of wildly colorful, but you can actually get some pretty soft colorful looks out of this thing that are so good, you guys. The metallics in this one are especially amazing. Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette right here. Good basic mattes. I love this palette. I need to use it more than I do, which is why it's in my stash right now. And then last but not least, one of the most neglected palettes in my collection that I have said is one of the best formulas that I've ever tried, but I just don't use this palette very often, the Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream. It's so good, and I think this is the perfect color story for the month of February. And I think that's everything. And that is it, you guys. Let me know if there's anything that you saw that you'd like to see me pull into some upcoming videos. I would love to do that for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let me give you one final reminder. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys. Oh, I still have my headphone in. It's not even that I'm a cynic when it comes to Valentine's Day. I just have been married a long time, and it's just one of those like, kind of useless holidays. I always want to call the Metropolis palette. That's Superman, Mandy. Is that Superman or is that Megamind?